this tutorial will show you how to construct a face milling cutter for the router machine use. And this is the 8mm collet, and it's the biggest collet for the glass spindle. And this is the 8mm diameter milling cutter. And for these tools, if we do face milling on the T-slot table surface, the travel of y-axis cannot bring the milling cutter to this portion, and we can't mill this area. So we have to think a bigger diameter milling cutter or face milling cutters, but in the market there's none of them. And for fly cutters, there's usually half-inch diameter shank, so they have no such small diameter shank for the fly cutter. So I figured out how to construct a one. And in the market, there is this type of hole saw. I chose this one is 1 inch in diameter, 25mm, because I find it's sufficient to use this one to cover the both sides, the table surface. In the market, I can also find 13mm, but if the tools is too big and the channel wobblings, so 25mm is sufficient. And also I found this one, the cutter edge is not sharp enough, and I can feel it with my finger. This cutting edge is very sharp, and this is a high-speed steel. Originally is used for cutting holes for something wood or some other light material. There is shank come with a shank, but I found that using this shank, the diameter is not fit to my collar, and also it wobbling too much, so I give up to use it and make a ones for its use. This is a 10mm screw hole. I use a hex screw for modification, and the material of it is soft, but I don't need to do much work on it. So you can use a harder steel material, and you have to build a flat on it. Harder material will be better and stronger, but this is the first prototypes I made, so I just use a screw, and this portion is turned in the lathe to 8mm, so it fits to the 8mm collar. And I found the screw thread fits loosely on the screw hole of the cutter, and it will not in center with it. The concentricity of them is important, so I use some washer. This washer is a standard washer. But I turn it on lathe to its outside diameter fit with the inside diameter of this cutter, so it brings them together of good concentricity. And this portion I need to machine down a little, so the shape screw head is thinner, but it doesn't matter. And this hole will fit with this diameter, and the washer outside diameter will fit with this inside diameter, and there is a spacer here. So it rises up a little, and then screw them together, and on the other hand ends we fit with a 10mm screw nut, and this finish. And in the next video I will show you how I use this face cutter to mill this aluminum board. Now I start to use the 1-inch diameter file cutter to finish the surface. For depth of cut around 0.06mm. making a clean cut with clean finish without cutting, I now make a very fine finish cut. It is of 0.015 to 0.02 millimeter depth of cut, and the overstep was 75%, and now it is reduced to 16%. Completed, and use the down indicator to check the surface by taking the data on the data. The differences is around within 0.04 or 0.05 something, and for that type of machine I think is acceptable.